What is going on, everybody? Second show of the day, day 1840, one in a row of the Mark and Pires show. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a great day today. Love to hear about it in the chat. If you're on TikTok, head over there. Not going to be a very long show. I am freaking beat. In fact, I was planning not even to do a second show today. I was just going to come out tomorrow morning for my 9 a.m. show. But I did want to come out for just a few minutes with you and share a couple more thoughts and see how you guys are doing. Didn't want to leave you without a show twice for the day. I don't know if you saw this morning's show, but I read the entire speech, I Have a Dream, and it was powerful. You have to go to, I think it's about 21 minutes into the show, and you can see the entire speech. There were a couple moments within that speech that was beautifully written and delivered, I imagine. I don't think I may have heard him say the entire thing, but I know I've seen segments many, many times in my life. But we took it to a different angle where I just tried to read it as if we were in the moment there. It's a very passionate read of his speech. You can go back and watch and let me know what you think. I was thinking about actually just taking video clips of him and then having me read the speech behind him, but people want to hear him read the speech. Just think if you want to get a feel of what it is and check it out, and there's a picture of him in the background while I do that. Anyway, I wanted to just quickly say, based on what I read in his speech, I don't think he'd be very happy with the way we're living today and the way they're trying to create more division within the entire societal structure. And I just hope that you guys can use your minds and you can see that what he was saying there needs to apply today. We can't do anything without each other. He said that multiple times, that he had many people on stage with him that would be considered the enemy. And he said, these people need us. We need them. We all work together. We are one. And it just keeps bringing me back to this idea that we are here in this moment, living in this moment together that is always moving. It's the only moment that's ever existed. The creation of time, the end of time, every single thing that's ever existed was right here. And it just kept going. And we're with this. We're with this moment here. We can't judge people and stains from the history, from the moments in the history of our lives, from our past, with those who are on this moving target. It's impossible to stay with it, the moment. It moves so quickly. And that's why I try to see if I can get to it every day here. Life happens. It's funny, I think about it. I'm hardly ever in the moment when I'm not here because I'm always filled with all these other thoughts and these concerns and worries and work. So I'm only able to shut it down when I come here and get to this present moment here. But it's something we have to remember. We don't want to create new stains in this moment here for future generations to look back at. So let's realize together we hold hands. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, let's hold hands and let's move forward together. Matt Zabrowski, I could use a woo-hoo. I'm a little tired tonight. Throwing it to you. Woo-hoo! That's a good one, buddy. I got to give you an 8.7 on that one. Zabrosk. I'm really not up a level. You should have gone to the 9s on that one. So I just wanted to quickly join you guys. Tage Lee, how are you? So Tage J in the house. Graham, my friend, we need to come together is what he said. And is if it's a he or she. You know what? Is Tage J a boy or a girl? Sometimes I don't know who I'm speaking with. And then they're like, no, dude, I'm a guy. I'm like, so I want to say thank you for being here, first of all, each and every one of you. On TikTok, I got NBTW. And I'm seeing a few others I just want to say hi to. Chrissy Bell, how are you? Guys, if you want to join us on YouTube, this is the space. I'm trying to create a safe space for us every day of existence. I've been here 5 years in a row every day. My name is Mark Pires. The name of the show is Mark Inspires. You can see we've been doing this for 4,000 pieces of content, 1,841 days in a row. And this is part 2 of the day. I had a really powerful message for you this morning, reading through the speech. But I just wanted to be here just for a few minutes today, just to share a couple things again, just to reiterate that this moment is the only thing we got. We don't have the past. It's something we reflect on. And the stains of that past cannot be we can't hold the people that are moving in this present moment accountable for actions of somebody else's moment. It doesn't work that way. I can't blame somebody else for them murdering someone, their grandparents or grandfather murdering someone, and we're going to take it out on them. It doesn't work that way. We're in this present moment. So let's think about it. We come together, we get strong, and we fight the man. We have to fight the man because the man is getting stronger against us. Every day with this divisive narrative out there that we should hate each other because we're different. Remember, we should love each other because we're different. Your uniqueness is what makes you so special and what draws me to you as a soul. I'm not drawn to people who are like me. I'm drawn to people who intrigue me. And difference is in the eye of the beholder, but we're all different. And that's why I really have a problem with people making changes to themselves, because they don't realize how unique and amazing they are already. You don't have to be anything more. You're enough. But society pushes and pushes and makes us feel like we need to somehow bend to their wills and their narratives. And I don't think you need to do that. I think you need to close your eyes and take a breath. I think you need to allow these emotions to go through you, but don't allow them to overcome you to the point that you make very rash decisions you can't change. They say we change, like every 7 years we become like a new person, new interests. I don't know. I try to see if I can go back over my life so far and if I could track that. I can say that it's close 6 years it was for me. Every 7 years I moved. So I guess, yeah, there's something to that. But what I would say is how you're feeling today, especially if you're younger than 18, if you're under 20 years old and you're thinking a certain thing, I can tell you, I'm pretty certain you're still figuring things out. And one day you'll look back and be like, geez, I didn't even know who the hell I was yet. So don't make any decisions when you're a kid. You know, you just want to look at everything and enjoy life. Don't get too bogged down with how crazy life really is. That's not for you yet. That's for us. That's for your parents. That's for the adults to worry about. You should be a kid. You should be able to enjoy your life without those stresses, without being overwhelmed by reality. I love when I see my 8-year-old and she's totally like in her own world and she thinks that there are no problems. It's just watching this or playing with her toy. I wish I could make that a reality. It's not. But I have to figure out how to defend her from the world until she's old enough to defend herself. And this is what we all hope to be able to do, is to provide a safe haven for our families, is for our progeny. I'm freaking tired, guys. It's my biggest fear. It's what my kids are going to do with this next generation that they're creating. When I look back at that beautiful speech, the overarching message there was, we got to do this together. We all have to be on the same footing for us to move forward and to conquer this existence and to make the most of this life. And so that's why I reject all forms of division through race or anything like that. I just can't. I don't see it. I was brought up, I talked to my father about this. I went to visit my father tonight. And he said, we always taught you boys, because I'm one of 3 boys. And he's like, we always taught you boys that it's the content of someone's character. It's how they treat you. We never even thought about anything different than that, because we knew how the world used to be. And we didn't even want you guys to even know how it was. When we were bringing you up, we just taught you what was right. And I think that's beautiful, because what we're missing now is people teaching their children what is right. And we need to inform them that there is nobody who's different as far as the way they look. They're different in the way they act. And if they don't act as a friend, if they're not on your side, doesn't matter what they look like. If they're not on your side, they're not your friend. That's it. None of the other stuff matters. My children knew from everybody's going to look different than you, but they're all awesome. Everybody's got something unique to offer. And you know how you're good at this and you're good at that? Well, all these people you're going to meet are good at all these other things. Some of them may be good at things like you, but they're absolutely going to be amazing at things. So go along for the ride. Take it all in. Enjoy who you meet. Learn from them. See if there's something you could pick up. But absolutely, there's nothing that's true about how, someone looks different than you or has a different, skin color, so therefore they're not on the same playing field as you. Or it's like, no, we're all soul beings. We come from this energy that is so pure. This energy because you know how it feels when something good is going on, when you're doing something good for someone. You just know how that feels. And you know that's good. You know that has to be what we would all consider to be good. So we have a natural barometer, I guess you'd say, to what is good, what is evil. And we have to figure out how to not be desensitized by the evil of this world and succumb to all of the pushing towards the specific narratives about anything. We are one together. We just become something so powerful that they are afraid of. And the crazy thing is they are like 183 people. That's what it is. It's 183 people that run this entire world from Davos or whatever, Bilderberg. And these people control everything. And we 7 billion plus, all we have to do is come together. That's it. And it's over for them. They've all mentioned it many times. We can never let them come together, or they would learn how powerful they are and they would take us out immediately. Rockefeller said that. And nobody wants to realize that it's all a game. It's all a game to get us to fight in the streets, to get you to not trust your neighbor, and to get you to, most importantly, forget about God. And all these things are clear to see when you shut off the negatube and you step into the real world and you become the news, essentially. I stopped watching TV over 5 years ago now. I've been here every day broadcasting my own TV show. And we covered every single thing in the world. Every single comedy idea, every game show. I've done it all. I've done 9 feature films, 209 songs so far. We have so many more to release on iTunes, but there's 209 out there. And I'm having a heck of a lot of fun, but honestly, I don't know if I can. This 2 shows a day thing is tough, guys. Like, it's getting difficult because I gotta sleep. I gotta figure out how to get the sleep in. And I don't want it to be like I get this surge at night where I can go again, but like I get tired before. I'm like, man, I'm freaking beat. I could probably fall asleep. And I just don't. I'm like, okay, everybody's expecting a show. I'm going to come out and do the best show in the world. I've been doing that now for 1,841 days. But it's tough because I got to focus in on what makes me money. I don't make any money doing this. I keep putting out these 2 shows a day thing. It's like, this is nuts. But it's something I want to continue in some form or another. I have to figure out the strategy behind it. But right now it's like, I definitely want to keep the 9 a.m. show going. And I know it's not growing yet really, but that's where I got to do the show. I got to get into the day and get some sleep at night. Now, if I can get on again at 7 or 8 o'clock, that would be amazing, and then I can really get into a groove, do a really short show at night. But like I said, I think that I've always propelled above whatever I was feeling in the moment. If I was tired or if I was not feeling well, for example, there's only been a few times in the 5-year run that I had a cold, for example, like one that was bad enough that I was like, I could probably take the day off, you know what I mean, and get some rest tonight. But I always said, it's interesting, once I start going and I start allowing that creativity in this moment to take place, I feel better when I'm sick. So So I don't know. I do want to make sure I don't burn out though, and that's the thing. It's easy to burn out. It's probably easier than that to burn out when you can't get enough of a crowd to watch you to make a living at what you're doing. So I think for me, I'm still trying. I really am, but I'm just not sure how much I can do that. You know, for I can freaking put these 2 hour shows on, so it's like 4 hours. A couple of these days it's like 4 hours. Like, man, I can't. It only leaves me X amount to go and find business. I got to make a living. I got 3 kids, and I got in 3 years. 3 years, my son goes to college. And today I was looking at how much colleges cost, and I'm like, guys, 5 years in a row of this, and I can't figure out how to crack through, the wall of whatever the hell is going on out there. If I don't go out there and freaking make a shitload of money in the next 3 years before my son goes to college, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. So I would love it if I could somehow make some extra money doing this. I freaking would love it. I've tried everything. I've created every single piece of content, so I don't know what else to do at this point, except just keep showing up and realize it's never going to happen. Really, but the important thing to realize is that the content is there. It will always be there. The songs, the comedies, everything. And regardless of who's seen it yet, it's hilarious and it's good. There's great music there. And so hopefully one day somebody comes across it. I just don't want to burn out in that process. I think I just have to take it a little easier and just say, you know what, I do what I can. I'll definitely be on every day for you. I think it's got to be at 9 a.m. And then we'll see if there's a second show I can do, Like I said, tonight I wasn't even going to go live. I was just like, I'll just put on a show tomorrow morning and send out a community post. This is my thinking. I was like, I'll send out a community post that says, hey guys, I just am tired tonight. I'm so sorry. But then I realized nobody fucking sees my community posts. So I was like, I gotta go live. They don't share my community posts. It's so frustrating. And so I was like, I gotta at least tell everybody I'm tired. That's where my mindset is. Like I'd love to send a community post out so everybody knows that I can't go live tonight, but I'll literally send it and look back in 5 days and see 0 likes, 0 comments, and I'm like, oh God almighty. But my friend with 850 subscribers put out a community post and got 27 likes in 4 hours. 13,600 subscribers that never see my post, my community post, or my posts, really. I think it's been people that are seeking me out that are coming and seeing these pieces of content. So thank you guys for doing that. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you, Will. I appreciate you so much. And guys, I'm trying my best not to be negative about it. I'm just really freaking tired tonight. So I just wanted to come out here and remind you, even though I'm tired, like I can't say it enough that we are from one source of energy. You are beautiful. You're my sister. You're my brother. And I just want us to, tie arms together and start walking in one direction instead of pulling each other apart. And I think that that's something we can really all get behind. I don't know why we don't just do it and remember that things happen, but we can't blame each other for things that took place in the past. There's a stain back there that we can't do anything about. It's always going to be there. The key is, do you want to create a new stain today? I'm not going to be the guy who does. I'm going to be the guy who tries to wipe it away before it happens and say, guys, no, we should be loving on each other, lifting each other up, And so I hope that we can do that. I hope we could all do that together. Sorry for the quick show, but I'm friggin' beat. I'm going to go and try to get some decent rest tonight. What time is it? 9:49. I'll get some rest, hopefully. Like, here's something my wife said. I didn't know this, but she said, if you don't go to sleep before midnight, your circadian rhythm or whatever, and you can't even clear your brain from brain fog or whatever it's called, or just clear your mind. You can't clear any of the stuff from your brain that you need to have cleared. That only happens when you get REM sleep. And I'm like, gosh, you know what? When's the last time I got REM sleep? 5 years ago. I've been doing this insane schedule of live every day for a world that doesn't even know the show exists. That's the thing that really kicks me in the face. I'm like, why did I hurt my brain? You know what I mean? Like, because I'm realizing when she says this, it's like, you need the sleep for your brain. And I'm like, well, geez, I haven't fucking done that in 5 years. I've been trying to break through this wall of, You can't get through, Mark. You can't get through for 5 years. I'm like, maybe I should have taken a note from my brother and just gone once a week, instead of trying to save the world one person at a time. But I'm not going to live with regret either, because the amount of content that's been created here is something I cannot look away from. And people will one day come to realize what they missed. And I say that with the ultimate of respect for you, because you've been led away from this program for 5 years. But I do respect the fact that you are thirsty for someone who really has something truthful to say, and that you're willing to at least see what you missed and get a laugh, listen to some music, and understand that this has all been to remind you that we are supposed to do this together, that there's a safe space for you to come and be with everybody and feel what it's like to be loved even when you can't find it in the real world. So, tomorrow, 9 a.m., I'll be here. Joanne will be here, probably wheezing. I got a bunch of news stories for you in the morning. Not sure what else. Maybe something else, but definitely some news stories for you. It's a call-in show in the morning, guys. If you want to call in, apparently Donald Trump won the Iowa caucus. Of course I want to win big league. Guys, he's winning big league, Sometimes people don't know how big. Big league, That's what got me in trouble anyway, doing comedy as Donald Trump and Joe Biden. What happened to people not wanting, they don't want to laugh anymore?
I only laugh at one type of comedy.
Comedy is supposed to be unexpected, fam and friends. I hope to see you tomorrow. 9 a.m., guys. I know it's early, but I'd love to do it even earlier. Let's see if that ever happens. I always said I'd do 6:30 if I could do like drive time, And I know I'm not totally there with tonight, but this is positivity vibes. We're trying to see if we can just lift up a level or two while we're here. But sometimes I'm just beat. So let's see. Maybe I get some decent rest tonight, feel recharged, re-energized for the morning, and we'll get into the news. A couple of pretty interesting stories, plus some real estate segments. I am a realtor. If you need to buy or sell anything, make sure you keep me in mind. Allison Jane Barella in the house, Chris Donaldson, Helen Gale Townsend, Kill It and Gorilla It. Do it at the same time, sometimes. Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, S. Coop, thank you so much. I'm sure you dropped links out there if you didn't, but usually if you guys can at least subscribe to the Telegram, that's one way that you could learn about new content and learn about when I'm live from S. Coop. And we've got Trish Killian in the house and Will. You guys rock. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Over here on TikTok, let's see. I've got user 637962433 or whatever like that. I don't even know. I can't read it. It's too many numbers, guys. Too many numbers. Thank you, S. Coop, for sharing that about my real estate business, guys. It's easy to shoot me an email, mp@markpires.com, and I can help you anywhere in the country. At least find a really good agent. We did that for Modoc, my friend. So, I will see you guys tomorrow, 9 a.m., just about 11 hours from now. Until you got to go away, yeah. Thank you for joining. Remember, open your heart to the world. Together we can do it. You got to go away, yeah. Thank you, Chris. See you guys tomorrow.